All right, guys, just wanted to take a quick look at today's trade on the pound. We could see that I was looking at the Aussie that I went short, and I missed this first move down. Now, remember, this right here from the quad zeros to 5 a.m. Let me put the 5 a.m. on there for you. The 5 a.m. GMT is 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is our new day. Let's just say that's our open price there was 42.60. Let's go ahead and put a line at 42.60. Remember, just hit your horizontal line. So when I saw this a little bit later, I actually saw this as it was already up here. And then I looked back, and when you go across this line where I entered, you'll notice that we had a really good downturn that started here. That we knew that all the selling was in this up candle. So what I did is I sold here, thinking that this was going to be the high of the day. Now, what ended up happening was it came down, and then it found something here because it came back. I thought this was just the second. When we talk about entries, you'll learn why I got in here too. This was a down move. Came back right to where this started up here. So this is a good place to go short. I thought this was just going to keep on going short. I don't know what was going on in the market today, but it just kept on trailing up. So then when I was looking at this, I'm like, okay, we'll be all right here, because when I looked out on the hour, we had this order block that we'll talk about going forward. We see this really good order block on the hourly. When we switched over to the hourly, you see how this was a good move down. Well, normally this right here, when we go to the shape, this buying should have held us up here. So then when that one in the later portion of the day, because this right here was at 1900, where this was the very last part of the day, where normally there is very, very minimal trading and very little liquidity at that time is what's going on. So that's why it sort of caught me off guard to still be going up. But then you ask, should we get out of this position? And I still don't want to get out of this position, because remember, when we take a look at the daily where we're trading from, today it just barely got above, but the 5 is still below and it got above today. But when you look, when we had a really big move down that broke the lows here, you will notice that this order block right here is what they're moving into right now. Let me go ahead and get that out of the way for you. And we'll have to clarify. I'll do something on order blocks, and we will need to clarify that up a little bit. But all an order block is that the area that there would have been a lot of selling. Now, if you look at this right here, let me go ahead and blow in. So this right here on the daily, you'll notice this is where a large move started down. It came up a little bit, kept on going down, and then it looks like this might be a reversal. So we might be in the middle of a reversal, and that's why we're getting caught today. But as of right now, since this order block was put in, what that means is that with this large down candle, all of the buying would have been in this day. It doesn't look like very much, but this is a daily candle. So that means all the institutional selling was happening on this day, and that's why we got this funny looking thing. So what we do with a smaller range candle, when we're looking for the order block, we look at the wick. Now remember, if it is a big range candle, we would go halfway. And that will be explained a little bit more. But when we take a look at this right here, since we had all this selling, all that selling was happened with the institution on this day here as it was going up. They were selling to get this to get their position short for this. So this is where all the actual selling happened, is in this top wick. Well, you'll notice today they shot up into this liquidity. Now, the only thing that we have to watch out about today is that we did have a market reversal here too, because remember, going down, here's the lower low, the lower high to the lower low. Then we had a higher low. So this might actually be a reversal. Now, we did get another lower low here, and then the highs were the same. So that's why when I thought they might just be going for some liquidity to get this and then still run below here, this is pretty much outside of this 44.80 area is where we would have to have a stop. If it gets outside of there, this is no longer a valid trade to go short anymore. Now, we are pretty heavily invested going short, going through this day. Reversal days will get you. Now, if this actually is a reversal day, meaning that market sentiment shifted here, those will be the days that when you get knocked on the noggin, it's going to be those days of those reversal days. So, I mean, it's normal, not anything to get concerned with. That is something that will happen. I mean, that is the hardest thing to trade, is the reversal days. But this right here, I am staying short until this whole consolidation is broke. But if we get above here and then this just keeps on going, what I'm hoping to see, we are really underwater right now. But what I want to look and see in today's trading is for it to go up, get some of this liquidity that's up here that's above the highs today. So we're going to have to sit through some more pain here. We're roughly around 3% underwater right now. And I have to make a decision. Do I get out now and then just have this normal thing go and crash, or do we just hold on to a little bit more pain to see if they'll actually reverse here? So now, if we take a look at this, it doesn't look like much, but where we are now, we have to give it almost another 40 to 50 pips, which is roughly another day's trading, which means that could be another 1%, which, when I think about it, we're roughly down around 3%. That would make us down around 4%. I still have to make the decision if that's something that is realistic. The things that I'm thinking about right now, it is the first day of trading. We have some rate announcements coming out with the Aussie today, and these are the things that I, as a trader, have to just give it my best. Looking at the information here, this is even a hard day of trading for someone that has been trading as long as I have, and these days will come. And now, if we turn out to be wrong, or if you turn out to be wrong, you can't let this day bother you. You just got to go right into Tuesday, trading the way you normally do, because you have got to know that you are going to have losses. You've got to be able to accept losses easily where they're not messing up your next day's trading. So you have got to remember that when you have a loss, now I haven't had a loss in a little while, so now this is something that might bother me a little more than normal. But when you have losses, you can't let that get to you. This is a market that is speculation, that we could limit our risk like we have been doing. But you got to remember something. Nobody knows where these prices are going to go. So you are guessing at what direction it's going to be. So if you're wrong, you just got to sort of dust yourself off. Having a 3-4% loss is not all that big of a deal, because you've seen with some of the other trades that we did, we make 6, 8, even 10% in one trade. So it's not anything that we have to worry about. It's just that we have to look at this and weigh what we want to do. And what I'm weighing right now, realistically, is that on the longer time frames, the monthly, we still look really good going down. Now, we had a little bit of a pullback. Weekly, we have we look pretty good going there. Daily is okay, and there's other things that I'm considering that's